Hey fellow Force users, what is up? It's Jasmine, the AhsokaTanoFan, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Or actually, should I say hello there, fellow Force users? So guys, it's time for another episode of Kenobi, and it feels like just yesterday when episode 1 and 2 dropped. And I was just thinking to myself, I want to get around to some of your comments before the next episode drops, and the next thing you know, it's already Wednesday. I'm so sorry I've been behind in responding to the comments this past week, but I was giving them a look today. I love your thoughts. You had a lot to say about the Inquisitor and whether or not he is actually dead, and he might not really be dead. We know in Star Wars, people come back from the dead all the time, right? Like Darth Maul, Fennec Shan, I think one of you mentioned her as well. And you're just talking about what you thought of the episode. A couple of you thought that Reva also might have been in that Order 66 flashback. First two episodes were definitely off to a great start, and now it's time for episode 3. Before we get into predictions for this episode though, I did want to touch on a few things. So you guys could skip this part if you want. This intro is going to be a little bit longer than my normal ones. I am loving the series, don't get me wrong, but I think there are a couple things that could have been done / could be done going forward to really turn this into an even greater series, taking it to the next level. Number 1, the Inquisitor design. I'm not super crazy about the design, I'm not gonna lie. I think it might still take some getting used to. We are only 2 episodes in, well, 3 episodes now. One of the things that makes a show great, amazing, is not even as much the hero, but really the villain. When Star Wars first came out, people loved it, really, I think because of Darth Vader in large part. He was very scary looking. The way he spoke, the things he did, you feared him. I feel like because of the designs from the Inquisitors in the series so far, especially comparing it to the animated design in Rebels, that kind of scare factor is not so much there for me, I would say. And I know it's hard transitioning into live action, but we saw them do it with Bane in Book of Boba Fett, right? So we know it can be done. Bane in Book of Boba Fett looks so scary. That's what made it so awesome to watch him on screen, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know what they could have done different. I think maybe they should have considered possibly involving the voice actors from Rebels, because that's what they did with Bane. They had Corey Burton voice him still. But nonetheless, my mind could change, right? My mind's always changing. The other thing is the third sister, Reva. I wanted to talk about her for a second. Well, first of all, I know the actress, if you guys have heard in the news, has been receiving a lot of love, but also a lot of messages as well. And some of them are critical of her character. Some of them are, more racially charged, as I'm sure you guys have heard. There's no excuse or space for those kinds of comments. You know what I mean? I don't even want to pay those comments any type of mind, but I'm more interested in her as a character in general. I just feel so sorry for Moses Ingram, because I know it can't be easy coming into this franchise, one of the most popular franchises in the world, and then to receive those kinds of comments. It's got to be crushing, definitely. I think Moses Ingram is doing a great job, and I'm really intrigued by the third sister. The one thing I will say is I'm curious to know exactly what her motive is, and I did mention this in my last video as well. She's ambitious, I could see that. She definitely wants to rise in the ranks, and it's quite possible the reason why she wants Obi-Wan so badly is because she knows Vader wants him, and so by delivering him to Vader on a silver platter, that will allow her to rise in the ranks. But when she speaks, and some of the things she did in the first couple episodes, I not only see ambition, but I also kind of see a bit of pain and possibly a bit of anger as well, almost as if something happened to her personally that she blames Obi-Wan specifically for. I kind of actually hope that is the case. That would really take her character to the next level for me even. We have a villain who's not only ambitious and cutthroat, but she also wants revenge on Obi-Wan for something. I think that would kind of add another interesting dynamic to the show. So the other thing I was thinking about was Ahsoka. Now, maybe I'm biased, it's possible, guys. We saw the recap from Revenge of the Sith, and we saw Obi-Wan make a reference to Padme, I believe it was Padme, when he was telling Leia that she reminded him of someone. And that was nice, that was a nice touch. But I do find it weird that Ahsoka so far has been absent / lacking in the story in the recap, just because in the Clone Wars, Ahsoka, Anakin, and Obi-Wan were tight. They were like the 3 Musketeers, and they were so involved in the story, and Ahsoka became such an important character. She became a pivotal character in Anakin's story even, and thus his turn to the dark side as well. And Anakin and Obi-Wan saw Ahsoka shortly before the onset of Order 66. Given that the Clone Wars happened, it's kind of weird that Obi-Wan, all this time later, wouldn't have her on his mind at all. You would think he'd be wondering like what she's doing, if she's still alive or something, some kind of mention, because as it is right now from the first 2 episodes, if I'm watching that, I don't even know the Clone Wars existed. I don't even know Ahsoka's out there. So I think I would like them to somehow make a reference to her, whether it's a flashback or some type of line Obi-Wan could say. Something like that would really add to the story for me. And so the other thing is Leia. I love seeing a young Luke and Leia. That's brilliant that we're getting to see this. That little sequence at the end of last episode when Leia ran away from Obi-Wan and then he ended up, having to use the Force to save her and thus, exposed himself as a Force user. This is kind of perhaps me being a little bit picky, but I think how that scene could have gone for me that would have made it even better would have been, rather than Leia running away from Obi-Wan of her own free will, if somehow something happened and they got separated and then Reva zeroed in on Leia and started chasing her somehow, and then that would lead Obi-Wan to trying to go after her to save her, to rescue her from the third sister. While Leia is being chased, then she trips and falls off the side of the building, and then Obi-Wan has to use the Force to save her. And then in that moment, he clashes with Reva, and then they escape to the hangar area or wherever they were at the end. And then Reva comes again. It's kind of like how Omega got separated from the Bad Batch, remember? And then Fennec kind of started pursuing Omega, and then the Bad Batch were trying to rescue Omega from Fennec. Kind of like that. I think that dynamic would have raise the intensity a little bit more for me. I don't know. You can tell me what you think too, guys, because sometimes I can be a little bit picky and maybe overly critical. I don't want you to think I don't like the series so far. Like, I'm loving it so far. I just would like to see it raise the intensity level even a little bit more. I know it has the potential to do that. And it's also supposed to be a sad and kind of dark, intense story, right? So I kind of want to see that. I want to feel that even more because I know the series has the potential to go there. And to be honest with you, it looks like they are going there because at the end of last episode, we did see Vader, right? So we know Vader's coming and we know that he definitely has it out for Obi-Wan after what happened to them on Mustafar. I think he is going to make an appearance in this episode, Darth Vader, but whether it's him actually meeting Obi-Wan yet, that remains to be seen. I think they'd probably save that more likely towards the end of the season, but we'll see. So going into this episode, we have to see where Obi-Wan and Leia go, because we know that, I can't remember his name in the show, but the actor Kumail Nanjiani, he directed them somewhere where they would meet other people that would help them. And he said that to Obi-Wan that you're not alone. So I'm curious to see where they're gonna go and who they're gonna meet up with. Anyways, guys, I've definitely talked enough. Let's dive into the 3rd episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi and see what's in store for us. Oh yeah, one of you said that that's Obi-Wan's daughter in real life, right?
If anyone asks, you're my daughter.
Granddaughter, maybe.
Haha, that was funny. Leia was wrong for that one.
I almost fell to my death.
See what I mean? That falling was her fault. It would have been so much sicker if she was being chased than fell, Just my thoughts. Yeah.
Skywalker.
That was crazy still. That parallel scene. So much happened at the end there. Vader and then Inquisitor, is he dead? Jeez, yeah. Is he meditating there? Yeah, he's trying to reach out to Qui-Gon. That's gonna mess him up because this whole time he thought Anakin was dead. But he probably knew that there was Darth Vader out there, but he probably didn't realize that was Anakin, right? Just like Ahsoka. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, look at his arms. Or lack thereof, should I say.
I do not fear the dark side. I see through the lies of the Jedi.
Wow, that's insane that we're actually seeing how he becomes Darth Vader physically. Because I don't think we've really seen it like this before. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Wow. Obi-Wan's like, shit. Oh, the breathing. Oh my goodness gracious. That's insane. Wow. So I wonder, obviously when he has the mask on, we're gonna hear James Earl Jones' voice, but do we ever hear Hayden's voice in this?
He will pay for the Grand Inquisitor's
The Grand Inquisitor means nothing.
Yeah, there
Kenobi
he is, James Earl
all
Jones.
that matters now. I have been watching you, her sister.
Mm-hmm.
Prove yourself, and the position of Grand Inquisitor
Yeah.
is yours.
Didn't we talk about that, guys? How that's why.
Fail me, and you will not live to regret it.
Oh, that's quite the threat. Oh. So did they just subtly foreshadow her death there? Yeah, that's what we were talking about. She's obviously ambitious and she wants to be the Grand Inquisitor, so she knows the only way to do that is to hand Obi-Wan over to Vader.
Can't you make this thing go any faster?
It's a trade route, Leia. Not in control.
The Force. What does it feel like?
I love how curious she is. That's why she's so smart, because she's curious and she asks
I've
questions.
been afraid of the dark. How does it feel when you turn on the light?
Damn. That was the most simplistic yet deep explanation I've ever heard. Okay. So I still wonder, are we going to see any familiar faces here, or... That ship looks kind of cool. It kind of looks like it's got legs almost, like a droid kind of.
Coordinates say the meeting point is further north. But as if our new
She's so
friend
cute,
was
how
telling the
little she
truth.
is.
Why would he lie?
People are not all good, Leia. And then the Empire came in and ravaged it all.
But the Empire was supposed to be helping us.
You thought wrong. What's he see, or who does he see? Looks like a Jedi, right? Kind of? Or no. Oh, he's seeing Sidious. He's hallucinating. Poor Obi-Wan, man. He is haunted by what happened. Okay, so this is the third sister going to meet Vader, maybe? Yeah, there's no way the Grand Inquisitor is dead. Like how half the hallway is light, the other half is dark. It's kind of cool. She's definitely going to see Vader, I think, right? Or is she meeting the other Inquisitors? Okay.
You are not in charge here. I am the next in line.
Last I checked, you were fifth brother, and she was third sister. Seems to me she's next in line.
He asked me to lead the hunt. Send out the probes. Do it now.
Does that other girl ever speak?
I will get what I deserve. Third sister. And so will you.
Everybody wants to be the Grand Inquisitor. Yeah, so maybe, I guess we won't see the Grand Inquisitor for a while, then maybe he pops up towards the end of the season or something. Because no way he's really dead. Leia said granddaughter.
This is where he told us to come to.
Who's gonna be there?
We don't know if maybe...
No one is coming here, Leia.
Someone's coming. Oh, there. Who's that?
What are you doing?
Maybe they can give us a ride to the spaceport.
She's so cute.
I'm Luma. This is my friend, my father. This is my father, Orden. We're farmers from
Oh
Tom.
my god.
Weird story.
We got a bit turned around. We're looking for the nearest port.
Come on, Father. We've walked long enough.
My pleasure. Hop in.
Wait, does that guy have 3 mouths? Or 2 mouths? Or the stuff in his face is going like that? Oh, is he Imperial? I don't know why Obi-Wan's so worried though. Are you forgetting that you're a Jedi, bro? Well, former Jedi. You could take him easily. As long as he doesn't know who you really are, you can catch him by surprise.
Nice to meet like-minded folk. Nothing wrong with a little order, right?
Keep your eyes on the road. Oh. Pulling him over?
Well, hop in. Meet my new friends.
Awkward. He better keep that lightsaber closely attached.
Looking for a Jedi.
Ha!
No, we'll find them. We always do.
Oh, shit. I really like the dynamic between Leia and Obi-Wan here, actually.
What are you doing out here?
That's a long story.
It's a long way.
Oh.
He brought me here to see the place where he met my mother. Or she.
She's not with us anymore.
Leia to the rescue.
Are you sure he's even on this planet?
They know what they're doing, Leia.
Oh, did he say her name?
Called her Leia.
Oh!
I thought her name was Luma.
Leia's her nickname.
That was her mother's name.
Good save.
Good Luma. I see her mother's face.
Oh, he's talking about Padme.
Just keep your eyes open.
Oh.
If you see anything. This is us. Thanks, Brack.
You said it was a long way. That wasn't that long of a ride. I still feel like this guy's gonna turn them in somehow. I don't know. Oh. Leia did really well there.
You knew her. My real mother, didn't you? Lying to me.
Leia.
You gotta stop calling her Leia now.
Are you my real father?
Oh, no.
I wish I could say I was.
Wait till you find out who it is.
The Jedi were taken from our families when we were very young. There's still glimpses. I remember a baby. Yes, I think I had a brother.
Whoa! Did we know that about Obi-Wan? I don't think we did we? There's another Kenobi out there?
Brack,
Yeah, I knew it.
can we get off here?
He betrayed them.
Don't worry. Won't take long. I know these fellas.
Okay, either he's gonna turn them in or they're gonna kill him or something.
A couple of strays I found. Thought you might want to check them out.
Yeah, that is his mouth. He's got two mouths, I think. Yeah, what a traitor.
Yeah, we were visiting.
All right, step out of the vehicle.
Oh my god.
Initiate protocol 20.
Oh no. Oh shit. But he has the lightsabers on him too, right? Oh, they're gonna do like a facial scan or something? If they do that, they're done.
I said raise your hand.
How's he gonna get out of this one? Ha! Damn. Damn. Oh! That guy just got cut in half. Okay. Well, I did mention I wanted it to get more intense. Now we're getting it.
I'm putting it down. Just
He's gonna do something.
let her go.
Yes, Obi-Wan. That's the Obi-Wan I know. Grand Theft Obi-Wan. Don't tell me they're gonna get captured. Come on, he could just shoot his way out again, can't he? Oh, who's this? Oh my, is that, what's her name? Indira Varma, I think her name is? Oh, is she on their side? She is. Yeah, that's Indira, I think. Yeah, she was in Game of Thrones and
the rest of the way.
a couple other shows too.
Shouldn't bid to him.
I'll inform Lord Vader.
He's already been informed.
Oh,
He was most appreciative.
they're definitely competing, eh?
Italians now and shut down every single.
Oh, she does speak.
He gave you the right coordinates. I was on my way when the probes arrived, but you'd already gone.
Ah, so she was who's supposed to come.
I can get you to the port. There's a pilot who's agreed to take you. We need to lay low. Wait here. Wait.
Yeah, wait here. You hear that, Leia? Don't run away again. There's a pilot. Could that be someone that we know?
I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't mean to run away. I used to do it all the time. I just
Oh,
fun.
It wasn't your fault, Leia.
well, it kind of was, but it's okay.
Miss home.
Aw, she's so cute.
Hi, Ledby. This is L0LA59.
I love how Leia always pays attention to the droids. It's what she kind of argued with her cousin over, right? It's good manners to talk to the droids as well.
Some call it the path. You're not the first Jedi to come through here.
Who was the first?
There we give them new identities and get them out. The Empire hunts anyone who's force sensitive.
What happens to them?
We're not sure.
They become Inquisitors? That's probably what happened to Reva, right?
Quinlan was here.
Yeah, he helps now and again.
Quinlan, he said? Quinlan Voss?
The way.
This is the way.
We need to search the premises.
Got a warrant?
Seen anyone? I'm talking to you. Let's try the next one.
Get lost.
Is it scary?
Working for the Empire?
Thing to pretend.
Oh.
Yeah, sometimes. But it's worth it if I can help people.
Will you teach me how to shoot?
She'll make a good fighter one day.
Yes, I think you might be right. Thing.
I joined up when the Empire stood for something. At the time I realised what they really were, it was too late.
But, see, she changed. I feel like they probably should have changed too. Especially Leia, because she's got a very noticeable green cape.
What is it?
Oh, he said to something? Anakin? Is Vader there? Or the Inquisitors? Yeah, I think they're there. No, Vader is there. Okay, yeah, I could tell. Because he had that intense feeling. Can we see the duel right now? Jeez. Oh man. Obi-Wan might have to confront him so that Leia and Indira's character can get away. Because he knows that he's there, right? This is like a horror movie. He's trying to draw him out. Damn, Vader is a bastard, eh? Damn it! Oh man, ruthless. Just killing people, gives no shits. Yeah, he's gonna stay behind. I knew it, because he has to. If he doesn't, then they're not gonna get away. Wow. So I feel like this episode might end with Obi-Wan getting captured, maybe. Just killing people, man. People are literally hiding from this guy.
He said not to engage.
She's not listening. So that's why I think the third sister is so ruthless sometimes. I think she kind of wants to match Vader's level, you know. Oh, he's trying to get away. Okay. Is Vader gonna be there? Oh, jeez! Obi-Wan looks so terrified. I don't blame him. Oh, shit. What's he doing right now? Did he just run, or is he walking towards him right now?
Not run.
Jeez, the lightsaber. Oh my gosh. This is nuts.
What have you become?
What you made me.
Is he gonna take off his mask, I wonder? Because he never took off his mask with Ahsoka, but she did slice it. That's how she was able to see Anakin's face underneath. Oh my gosh. Reva's too smart. She knows that they might have been in there. Ah, so she's going to pursue them in the tunnel. I hope Indira doesn't die. Tala? Because if she finds that secret pathway, it's over for them. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Oh, oh man.
The years have made you weak.
Is she gonna
Go.
She's gonna turn back? Why?
Keep running till you reach the port. A pilot will meet you there.
Oh man, I think this girl might get killed.
Bring him back.
Wow. These lightsabers look amazing.
You should have killed me when you had the chance.
So when is he gonna call him Anakin? Or will he? Oh, why is this girl so smart, man? She always has to figure out everything. Damn it. And that's so bad because that's compromised now for any future Jedi that want to go there. Oh, I think she recognizes the symbol. Is she gonna have a flashback of her own past? The way she looked at that symbol or writing, whatever it was, definitely means something to her. Okay, here's a thought, guys. Is it possible that the third sister could actually turn good by the end of this? Like maybe she gets betrayed by the people she works with, the fifth brother, or maybe Vader tries to kill her, then it ends up sending her into hiding, and then maybe she ends up working with Obi-Wan. Damn it. Oh!
You will suffer.
He literally had this planned. Whoa!
Has just begun.
She's gonna save him. Oh, he stopped it. But he definitely burned his arm there.
Him to me.
Oh, damn. This girl's toast. Damn. Wow. He's gonna get away. So then they're gonna definitely have a rematch again later in the series. So why are they rounding up these people though? Because Vader was already confronting Obi-Wan. What are they doing in the town? I feel like, I don't know, what if she gets Leia though? Or what if maybe Reva will be waiting for her at the port or something?
I'd be afraid.
Is that her, Reva? It's Reva, isn't it?
They couldn't make it, but...
Oh, no. Oh, she killed the pilot. Oh, but Leia, your spidey senses, or should I say force senses, should be tingling because she doesn't really look like a good guy. Well, how's she supposed to know though? Because she never actually saw her, right? But she looks like someone of authority, so that's why I wouldn't trust her, you know? All right, wow. First off, that was definitely the best episode by far. I don't know if you guys felt the same. Okay, let's just jump right to it. Let's talk about Vader. I know in the beginning of the episode, I was talking about how I want this show to raise the stakes a little bit more, raise the intensity, and I definitely felt that they did that in this episode. Vader, we've seen him many times before, and yet every time he's on the screen, he has an undeniable presence, and it's a presence that is truly powerful and truly intimidating, and we saw that this episode. The way that he was going through that village and he was just killing people, just trying to get to Obi-Wan. Yeah, those shots were just terrifying. I love when they have shots of Vader kind of emerging from the darkness and then you don't fully see him at first, but sometimes you'll just see his blade. They did that in Rogue One. They did that in Rebels, I believe, as well, and they did it again here. So those shots were just amazing. And when Obi-Wan was kind of trying to evade him and Vader was kind of taunting him, that whole sequence was great. And then eventually the lightsaber duel, obviously, that was amazing. You know me, I'll never say no to lightsaber duels. I love lightsaber duels. But this one obviously is something that's very, it's a duel that's very special. And there's a lot of emotion behind it because, as we know, last time they saw each other, Obi-Wan cut off his limbs and left him to burn. And then you see him start to give Obi-Wan the same fate there, which was really dark. He was literally letting him burn a little bit, and that's crazy. We've never quite seen this side of Darth Vader. We've normally seen Darth Vader to be very cold and calculated, all those things. We haven't quite seen him in this light before, where he's also really just hungry for revenge. Obi-Wan is obviously not the same man that he once was, and he mentioned that either last episode or the episode before that, and we saw that in this episode. He definitely has a little bit of ways to go before he is the Obi-Wan Kenobi that we know him to be, because he went through a lot, so it's understandable that he wouldn't just start off being the same person. It's almost kind of like Darth Maul when we first saw him make an appearance again in the Clone Wars. He wasn't the same, you know, he basically was losing his mind, and it took a while before he finally got back to a similar Darth Maul that we knew before, but still nonetheless different. So I kind of feel Obi-Wan is taking the same path here. We're going to see him probably get beaten down a little bit, as we saw by the end there. He was definitely maimed from what Darth Vader had done to him. And so I can only guess that going forward, he's going to get his strength back and then probably be preparing now for another eventual final duel with Darth Vader, which I think is, no doubt to come by the end of the season. I don't think we saw him refer to him by name, Anakin, as they were facing off. So I think there's still a part of him that doesn't really want to admit that that is Anakin, but obviously he knows it's gotta be Anakin. Yeah, that was crazy. Darth Vader is just showing time and time again. Doesn't matter how he appears, where he appears, when he appears in the timeline, whether it's live action, animated, he is just the same terrifying villain through and through. I love to see it. So that was really, really good, really well done. And then let's talk about Reva as well. We saw her communicating with Vader at the beginning of the episode, and basically Vader knows what she wants to do. She wants to ascend the ranks to eventually become the Grand Inquisitor, the new Grand Inquisitor. You see, obviously there's some conflict there between her and the fifth brother. They both want that position, which is an interesting dynamic because we never really saw that explored in Rebels. We never really considered that the Inquisitors might be competing for the position of Grand Inquisitor. I'm also kind of wondering why that is. I guess the Grand Inquisitor is just the person in charge, but I'm wondering if there's anything else that comes with that title that makes it such a desirable rank. I'm kind of getting the sense that's why she is so ambitious, as we talked about before. She really wants to impress Vader so that she can become the Grand Inquisitor. And when you think about how she was in the first couple episodes, how she acted, you kind of get why after seeing how Vader acted in this episode. She really kind of wants to channel Vader's energy, I guess. She kind of wants to match his level of ruthlessness. So I guess she figures the more ruthless she is, the more that he'll be impressed by her, which makes sense. I mentioned during my reaction, I found that scene where she found the pathway to be very interesting because she was looking at messages and writings on the wall, and I think she stumbled upon a symbol and it looked to make her a little bit emotional. And so a couple of you mentioned that Reva might have been in that Order 66 flashback that we saw from episode 1, I believe it was. I think something did happen to her, so whatever it was she was looking at, it definitely triggered a memory from her past. So I'm curious to see what that's all about and if they'll address that. Is it possible, like I was saying, that she could actually turn good by the end? It's just like Indira's character, Indira Varma, she plays Tala. She said that she joined the Empire when she thought they stood for something, and then when she found out who they really were, then she realized she had to kind of go rogue, right? So she's helping people on the side. So it's possible that Reva could come to a similar realization. Maybe she gets betrayed by one of the Inquisitors, or Vader gives the position of Grand Inquisitor to someone else, like the fifth brother. Something like that, where she'll feel betrayed, and then maybe Obi-Wan could awaken something in her, make her come back to the light side. Either way, yeah, like I said, I'm very intrigued by her character, the third sister, and I'm curious to see where she's gonna go, where they're gonna take her story. I'm a little bit nervous for her though, because of the other Inquisitors, minus the other lady. I don't know, I think they said she was the fourth sister in the subtitles. I might have to rewind that, but with the exception of that other woman, Reva is the only character that could die off because we don't see her in any of the other Star Wars installments. We see the fifth brother and the Grand Inquisitor in Rebels still, so they can't die off. Which also leads me to my next point, the Grand Inquisitor, what's going on with him? Vader knows he died, but he doesn't think that Reva killed him. Are we going to see him pop up in the next episode, or maybe towards the end of the series, and it's going to be revealed that he is in fact alive? If that's the case, what's going to happen when he does come back? How is that going to shake things up in the story? That's definitely going to expose what the third sister did, and will Vader take kindly to that? I don't know. That remains to be seen. The other thing I liked about the episode as well was the dynamic between Leia and Obi-Wan. I did mention in the beginning of the video, in the last episode, that Leia running off, that was kind of, I didn't really like that so much. I kind of felt like she caused him a lot of trouble and essentially forced him to reveal himself. But in this episode, you see her kind of take a little bit of accountability for that, which is really impressive for someone her age, and it definitely shows a level of maturity that most 10-year-olds would not have, and just shows again that Leia is not any ordinary 10-year-old. And she's also very quick thinking in this episode. She goes along with the farmers from Tall story that Obi-Wan told her, and she was conversing a little bit with the stormtroopers. So I like that Leia was very smart in this episode. And I really like the dynamic between her and Obi-Wan. They definitely have a father-daughter kind of relationship. It was very nice to watch. It was very adorable to watch, you know, Obi-Wan kind of looking after her, but at the same time, she also kind of looks after him and has his back. She saved him a couple times. So I kind of like that. It does give me a little bit of parallels to Anakin and Ahsoka's relationship, you know, where they kind of both have each other's back. That whole part was pretty intense though, when they almost got discovered by the stormtroopers and then Obi-Wan called Leia by her real name by accident. It was like, oh, careful, Obi-Wan. He quickly covered for that by saying, oh, it's because that was her mother's name, you know, and obviously that part's not true, but it is true that he does know her mother, who's Padme, and yeah, so it's kind of nice to have that Padme reference again. Overall, guys, great episode. Definitely the best episode by far. It was intense, it was dark. I was definitely a little bit on the edge of my seat. We just got to see what happens going forward now. We saw at the end there, Leia looks like she's gonna go with the third sister. I would hope that she would get the sense that something is wrong, but it's hard to say because the third sister is also very convincing and manipulative as well. So who knows? I don't know how that's gonna lead. Is she gonna take her straight to the Empire? Then Obi-Wan's gonna have to rescue her. That's definitely a hot mess, and Obi-Wan's preoccupied, right? Because he obviously just finished fighting Vader, and then now he's hurt, so he has to heal. And they're separated right now, so I don't know how that's going to work, but I can't wait to see what happens. But anyways, guys, you let me know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments, as always. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all next week for the next episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Until next time, guys, take care and see you soon.